This is a forced eviction. In Phnom Penh, Cambodia, more than 10% of its population has been forcibly evicted in the past 2 decades. In the countryside, the situation is also grave. Across the country, at least 150,000 people are at risk of being forcibly evicted. Forced evictions to make way for so-called development projects is one of the predominant human rights abuses happening in the country today.
Forced eviction normally is done by companies, private companies, with the assistance of the local authority or the government. And they used to evict people from their original place without fair compensation, and using force, using violence, and using the court to arrest them. You evict people from their land, from the place that they live for a long time, and they were brought to another place far away from the first one. And the new place, most of the new place have no job, no electricity, no running water, no market, no school for the children, no medical care close to that. So it's really gross human rights violation. We have to show to, first of all, our government, to Cambodian public and to international community what is happened really in Cambodia. And the evidence is taken by the video camera. So this is evidence that nobody can deny.
Witness has worked with Likido not only to document and expose human rights abuses associated with forced eviction, but also to show how individuals and villages and communities are actively resisting the forced evictions. So in order to support their work even further, Witness and Likido participated together in a video advocacy training in Cambodia for Likido staff. One of the participants, Venerable Savat, has used video to document his own village's struggle for its land. Since members of his village were currently on trial, facing various charges related to their own land dispute, we decided to move the training to the courthouse in Siem Reap province, 6 hours away from Phnom Penh. We're outside the courthouse in Siem Reap province with our partners Likido. We started the morning very early. We worked with Likido and accompanied the witnesses and the family members of 12 villagers who most of whom have been in detention for more than a year on various charges related to their struggle to keep their land. So right now there are many, many villagers outside the courthouse waiting to learn more about the developments of the case. And also one of the trainees, the Venerable Savat, a monk, has received threats that if he were to attend today, he would be disrobed. So there's some urgency in the air about his safety. Outside the courthouse, we worked with Likido staff on how to document and compose shots for their advocacy work. The training resumed in Phnom Penh, where we reviewed the components of video advocacy and campaign planning. We traveled again to conduct a filming exercise with former residents of Baracula. Hi, we just arrived in Tuol Sembo, and we've got the entire training team with us, and we're walking right now to the new residences of the Baracula relocated families. And we're going to conduct a filming exercise there about how their conditions have possibly changed since getting housing last month, and also if they're still facing discrimination based on their HIV/AIDS status. The footage captured here was then edited by teams back at the Likido office as part of an intensive editing training. In order to show the full extent of what a destructive development project can do to a community, it's important not just to show the bulldozers destroying homes, but also to document the threats and intimidation that happen before a community is even forcibly evicted. Also, we should document what happens to a community after it's been forcibly evicted, because this is when many human rights abuses begin. We trained the entire documentation team at Likido on the tools and skills for video advocacy. With 50 cameras provided by Witness in the hands of Likido staff and community representatives in 18 provinces throughout the country, as a human rights organization, Likido now is better equipped to expand its network, expand its reach, and expand its advocacy using video to end forced evictions in Cambodia.